Welcome again, guys. My name is Ricky and this is another Irie fix. Today's video will feature this Matchbox Rod Roller number MB21 from the Matchbox Superfast series manufactured by Lesney. These models were manufactured from 1973 to 1978, and the models that were manufactured from 1973 to 1976, they had a red, white and blue sticker, and the rear wheels were either black or red. However, the models that were manufactured in 78 and 77, they did not come with any stickers, and I'm not really sure what color the wheels were. However, all the models that were manufactured from 73 to 78, they all have a green plastic base. And as you can see, they have this device, which the control device, which turns the front roller wheel. So to get started, we will drill out the rivet heads. This one has 3 rivet heads, a larger one at the back and 2 small ones at the front. So we have to be careful with the rivets because we don't want to damage the plastic base. So drill out the first one, the big one at the back, and then we switch the drill bit to a smaller one to get rid of the 2 smaller rivet head at the front. This model was played with somewhat, so it had a lot of chipped paint, and as you can see, the base had this little discoloration. I'm not sure what caused it, but I'll try and see if I can fix it. So remove the base and the seat along with the control device. So to get rid of the front wheel, I have to use my grinder with my rotary tool to grind off the head of the axle at one side, and then when that was done, I use a pliers to pull from the other side to get the axle out and eventually get the roller wheel out. And the front roller wheel has come out and it is in one hole. I tried to remove this section which houses the front roller wheel, but somehow the rivet was just turning and my drill could not get it out. As you can see, while the drill bit is turning, the head of the rivet is also spinning. So there was no way I could get it out. So you can see I'm turning, I'm drilling, and if you look closely, well, apart from that part, oh boy, not again. So you see I'm turning slowly now, and you can see the head is moving. Put away all the small pieces in a jar, locked it tight, and store it. And then I dunk the casting in my quick stripper for about 5 minutes, and then I use this toothbrush to try and clean off some of the paint. The paint comes off quite easily, but in some sections where the casting has a little detail, it took a little longer. Also use my dental pick to get in some of the creases, and then I use my rotary tool on a wire wheel to remove some of the paint, or the remainder of the paint. And I must emphasize again, when you're using the wire wheel, make sure to use eye protection, because the fibers from the wire wheel tend to get loose, and they might get in your eyes, and it can be very uncomfortable. As you can see, the wire wheel is also doing some polishing, and it looks real good. So these posts are very shallow, and I'm trying my best not to drill through the casting. I'm not sure if I will find a screw to fit this. I might have to grind down 2 screws to fit these posts. And then I used Testa's fine primer to give the casting a undercoat. So after the casting was dry, the undercoat, I gave it a little wet sand, just to prepare the casting for the paint job. Then I rinse with mineral spirit. So I tried to match the color that was the original color. So I used some Testa's yellow and a drop of Testa's green, and I try my best to come up with a matching color. This one is close, but I think it needs a little more yellow. So 2 more drops of yellow, and give it a mix, good mix. And then I try to match it with that little piece of paint from the original paint, and I am satisfied that I have a match. So I started painting. I give it and then I end up giving this casting about 5 coats. Then I turn my attention to the wheels while the paint is drying. So I need to remove the wheels from the axle to clean the axle and give the wheels a wash. And so I use my grinder and grind one end of the axle off. And then I just pull and it comes apart. Use some testers red gloss, and I carefully work my way around. Oops. I must confess I had some spillage and I had to clean up and start all over. Nevertheless, they turned out real good. Then I wash the base and the interior. I try to get rid of the discoloration on the base, but I realized that the plastic was damaged, so there's nothing much I could do to get rid of the discoloration. Or if anybody, any of you guys have any idea, could just let me know, or any suggestions, please let me know, so next time I'll be able to fix something like this properly. I use a piece of sandpaper, 1200 grit, to give the axle a little shine. And also the small axle, the front one. It wasn't in a bad condition, so it didn't take long for them to clean up. And then I just reassemble. I use a hammer and I use the pliers to hold the axle to the top so that it wouldn't bend while I'm tapping, and just to form the head of the just to form a head on the axle so the wheel wouldn't come off. And then the front wheel to assemble. You just fit the wheel inside the section there and refit the axle. And there you go. So the control device first, then the red interior, and then the base. So just a reminder where we started with this rod roller number MB21. It has chipped and it needed a makeover. So this is where we started. And this is where we end up. I ordered a sticker online, but it did not arrive when I was doing a reassembly. So please remember to subscribe and leave your suggestions in the comment section, and thanks for watching.